This is Tech number 913960 with a video in relation to Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies, and the area of focus is completing the jet gun build within level 2. I've done this many times, and the primary foundation surrounds the aspect of luck. There is no doubt about it. You can't do it without the luck. Now, based on that, it's all surrounding the finances and the fallout that occurs during the gameplay. That being essence, salvage, and any kind of beneficial drop such as double points, bonus points, and things to that effect as well. Now, when it comes to the essence, you do have a little bit of control of that, and one of the primary things is going in with a precision weapon where you can get as many critical kills as possible, and then doubling up that aspect by utilizing a double points that's available above Ollie's comics. It's almost required in order to produce the finances necessary in relation to it. The luck factor really comes in more so as far as the fallout of salvage. I can't tell you how many times I came ever so close, but I just did not have enough salvage to purchase the Mangler cannon at $12.50. Offset from that, we'll go ahead and begin the video, and I'll explain along the way the procedures that I'm doing in relation to it. Anybody could do this. Like I said, it's luck. That is the key fact. All right, here we go. And I'll explain as best as I could in relation to it. I like to narrate and get the information in so people don't have to try to figure it out themselves. Basically what I'm doing is I'm using a marksman rifle AEK 973 with full metal jacket and a 4-time optic. If in fact you like to go to real late rounds, I don't believe this weapon would be a real good one, but it is for the objective right here. And right away I start by getting any kind of easy critical kills, and of course going to the vending machine. What I'm really hoping for is a salvage drop, because salvage is the key element, and which we really don't have too much control of. Next thing is I'll get this critical kill right here and then work my way around. Now what I like to do is I like to unleash all of the zombies. So checking in the car, see if there's another easy critical. I'll go up above and I'll let the zombies out of the motel room, which is part of the objective anyway. Now that I got them all out and all the zombies are available, what I want to do is I want to try to maneuver my way down here and execute the double points at the water tower from this location. I have a better success ratio from here than I would from the original spawn point up top. Usually when I did it from there, I would try to hit it more by the rampage inducer. Offset from that, what happens is I'm going to keep on spiraling around and trying to execute that double points right there. And this may take several times of doing it in relation to it. So you don't want to give up. There's really no time restraint. And you want to just wait till you get hit. Luckily enough, I was able to hit it right away. So what I do now is I take aim at headshots and I just try to, strafe my way across, killing as many of these zombies and leaving at least one remaining. Penetrating the gate at 1500, I'll shoot across and I'll try to execute the bonus points on top of the AC unit by Ollie's comics. Once I do that, I want to grab that immediately to get the benefit of doubling it up to 1,000, and then continue to try to get critical kills along the way, hoping for the greatest salvage drop that I could acquire, which I have no control of. Aside from that, going back along the way, seeing how lucky I might have gotten in regards to the salvage that did fall out, I would just maneuver my way around, pick up what I could, and then I like to actually verify that it is just the one zombie that I'm carrying. But you can carry two, it doesn't matter. It just depends on how much finances you accumulated. I like to go this way because a lot of times there's a zombie laying by the dumpster right there, and at that point right there I got like 24 something, and the amount of salvage that was seen. Either way, that's not going to stop me, so the next thing I'm going to do is grab the water valve by Lily's flower pot. I'm going to drop down and get the loose change by the soda machine. I'm going to hook up these stairs to see if there's additional zombies that I can carry over, which there are, and then I'm going to go into this corridor right here and see if there's one laying on the ground in the back area right here. He's either there or by the shed, and I like to kill them off. The next thing I'm going to do is eliminate and keep one going so that I could just work it in my own time frame. So what happens is now I penetrated the gate right there, and I'm going to get this critical kill and go from there. Now, what happens is I like to drag this zombie down to the end of the road, because what happens in regards to this scenario, there's two events that could be carried out within this objective here. One is required and the other one is optional. The optional one is the water barrel, which actually would produce the Gravekeeper's shovel. And the primary one that needs to be accomplished is actually execution of the skull at the church and destroying that to get the fallout. So in this case right here, that's what I'm attacking. I'll go ahead and I carried a frag grenade. If I was to miss it, I'd have to spend $250 in salvage to buy another one. And luckily enough, I was able to hit it. Luck being the factor. Collect the loose change. Now what I do here is I run around really quickly. And what I'm looking for is salvage primarily and essence. And I want to collect them as soon as possible while the fallout's occurring, to try to hope that I'm going to get lucky and get a great fallout in regards to the salvage primarily. The essence, I have a little bit of control of that, but the salvage I have no control of. So if the game is going to be fortunate for me or lean in my favor, it's going to make the task almost, impossible at certain times because of the lack of control. Either way, as I'm going around collecting as much as I can, I'll go ahead and I'll upgrade the weapon with that tool, and hoping for a fallout that would be related to the optional event that occurs, which I could either, the helicopter would be fantastic because I always get it with a helicopter. They say you can get it with an LDBR, which is like a mortar strike, which never worked for me with so many times that I don't think it works. But I have hit it with a Hellstorm missile by pinging the area in which I could see the ping quickly upon the release of the Hellstorm missile. I have successfully destroyed the barrel and achieved the shovel. Now what happens is I'm going to speed up the video here, but what I'm trying to do is hoard up the zombies and actually take them in this corridor, hoping that I could push the Gravekeeper out. Many times he'll develop by the gravestones directly behind me to the right, but more commonly he'll spawn right in the back section of this corridor, and there he goes right there. So I'll put it back at regular time speed, and I'm going to go ahead and catch him around the side right here and take him out. Now you want to try to carry as many zombies over into the next phase. Right now I'm leaving with 650 in salvage, 260 in essence, which is more than enough, but short on the salvage. The rest I'll have to accumulate in the bowling alley. That's why you want to have as many carryovers as you can in relation to it to keep the level from tripping. The critical point, which is noted on the screen, is that the carryover zombies will have gold eyes and the add-on zombies will actually have purple eyes. Now, being the fact that I'm narrating this and I'm not really letting the sound of the game itself come into play, what happens is, as you start, and those two additional carryovers that are in the bowling alley help my scenario, is the fact that as you're holding the pressure valves, you're going to get a sound of the push in relation to the add-on zombies being produced. And you want to use that to the best of your ability to try to get as many push scenarios, using my terminology, in the so-called objective here, which is eventually cracking the water pressure gauges. So as I'm going around, I'm going to try to hoard them up, get a little tight, but try to prevent killing the carryovers for sure. If in fact I did kill them, it will trip the level and knock me out. So since I had a good amount of carryovers, I'm not too worried in the initial stages, but I become more cautious in the latter stages because I don't want to take out the ones I'm carrying in. As a matter of fact, you could see the registration in the center of the screen showing if I killed the add-ons as opposed to the carryovers. The carryovers will actually be the regular point scenario 90, 115 on a critical, 90 common, and as opposed to the add-ons being 10, 15. Right? So as I'm going along here, I actually wind up killing, many of the carryovers, but luckily enough, not all of them are keeping the level alive. So as you're going along here, you keep on trying to kill them to get the salvage fallout and hope for the best. As you weed them down, you're going to go back over and begin the pressure gauges right there and work them. And what I like to do is just wait till I get hit. I'm not concerned about getting hit by these zombies. What I'm concerned about is going down. I don't want to go down. I mean, many times I've done it where I went down and I still got up and did it. But it's not what you want, not especially for a video demonstrating how to do it. So as I'm going along here, and like I said, the video can't display this, but you'll hear a so-called sound that relates to a push of the add-ons, where they're going to give you a whole bunch of additional add-ons that are going to come in and give you the ability to collect the salvage necessary in order to complete the task. So as I'm dwindling it down, I definitely don't want to crack that pressure. Now, one thing I've been concerned about is that should you not get enough salvage, as you are getting very close to cracking the so-called pressure gauges, you can step out of the bowling alley and try to let the gauges reset. When I've done this, I was able to get close, but it seemed like the game system itself timed me out. I know for sure I didn't kill the carryovers that I was working on, but just the fact that I did that pushed me out of the scenario and made it where I couldn't complete the objective. So there it is. I wound up blowing the gauges. I still had a carryover or two. I'm going to go ahead and get the Mangler cannon, work my way over there, and continue the task at hand. I'll go barehanded to pick up a little speed as I'm running there. I'll pull out the Mangler cannon and destroy that, and what I'm going to do is cross over the salvage. I should say the rubbish on the floor, or piles of rubbish, and try to unveil the necessary item, which is going to be the final electrical wires, in which I did so, and then rush my way back over to the motel and build the weapon. You have to understand this. This is just showing that it can be done within 2, which, like I said, I've done many times. But I consider a real good build of the jet gun to be anywhere between 6 and 10. Anywhere between 6 and 10 is a good build of the jet gun in relation to it. Working in solo, working in a squad scenario, it's like a fight for it. Everybody will play a little bit of a part, and then whoever gets lucky might be able to build it. Today you can see we were able to build the jet gun within 2. And again, just to repeat, precision weapon I think is required, meaning you need the critical kills for the essence calculation and consumption. And the way that I did it was with a marksman rifle, AEK 973, full metal jacket, 4-time optic. Good luck. I'm out of here.